Welcome to the Sauced Hockey Podcast, episode number 17. I'm David.
And I'm Charlie.
What do we have on today's show, Charlie?
Well, Preds reality check after last night's loss to Toronto.
Yeah, we started the season super hot, and last night, against a very good team, was a good chance to see the Nashville Predators are not the best team in the National Hockey League, which I think we kind of knew after the Mammoth game too, but still, good reality check.
The Preds are third and fourth line heroes, playing great. Around the league stats and standings, and feature cards of the day.
Yeah, feature cards of the day. And Brittany says the refs at the Mammoth game should have been left in the Ice Age for real. For real. So we last talked to you guys at the right before the Utah Mammoth Nashville Predators game on Saturday. We were live in Nashville. As you can see, we're back at home now. Let's quickly go over that game. It was a super fun game, but chaotic as anything. I mean, so many penalties. Refs were madness. I mean, not only with the penalties they were calling and not calling, but I've got to say, around the league, not just against the Nashville Predators, but just period, linesmen dropping the puck seems super delayed and off this year. I don't know what's going on, but they take a long time, and I feel like they're kicking a lot of people out of the faceoff dot. So I wonder if there was some kind of instruction given on like, hey, you need to be more strict with people following a specific rule, but it's been very annoying to watch. And I can tell a lot of the centers are getting frustrated. Stammer's frustrated. O'Reilly's frustrated, arguing with the linesman. Like, no, what do you mean? I was doing it the right way. So that's been interesting to watch.
Definitely.
So what happened in the Mammoth game?
They took the lead first, I believe. I don't remember quite who scored. But still, there weren't that many penalties in the first period, right? Was that
no, I think first period was fairly normal, and the second period was crazy, if I remember right. Here, I'll pull up the summary.
We fought back with a nasty Philip Forsberg goal.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he gets the puck off of a steal from Brady Martin. Shout out to Brady Martin, who was scratched the last couple of games. And I think, like, deservingly so. I think it's good to get some of the other players on the ice. Martin looks a little bit lost out there at times, in my opinion. I think there's times where he gets rid of the puck too fast because he's, like, nervous, and a couple times where he's been hit really hard and gotten knocked off the puck pretty easily. But, again, he's young. He's 18. He's smaller than these guys. He's weaker. But this one, he makes a great play. He pokes the puck away. I don't remember who he stole it from. And gets it to Forsberg for that's Martin's first point of his career, I think. Mm-hmm. And Forsberg just manhandles, one hand on the stick, one hand to fight off the defender. As soon as he gets clear, puts his hand back on his stick and quick release, snipes the puck through the 5-hole.
Definitely.
Karel Vejmelka was not ready for the shot, and just classic Philip Forsberg style. For all our Hut players out there, we were saying, I wish that somebody was watching like each team in the league every night. Of course, there's no way. They don't have enough staff working on the EA Sports NHL game. But if they did, you watch each team. And then when a play like that happens, you release a card that has those abilities. Like after that play, Forsberg should have a card with big rig and quick release on it, right? So here, I'll pull up the Mammoth game. So we have, let's see, box score. So summary, scoring. First period, Logan Cooley gets on the board first, assisted by Dylan Gunther and JJ Peterka.
Then the Forsberg
goal. Goes into the second, tied up. Let's see, does it show penalties? Yeah, penalties. First period, Stamkos got the interference and the unsportsmanlike conduct. So he had this thing happening last year where he is, I don't know if he thinks because he's such like a legend of the league, Hall of Fame career, that he's got like the right to always dispute his calls so much, but he gets in the ref's face and argues quite a bit. And I was noticing it a lot last season. Didn't feel like he got punished for it, though. And right off the bat, early this year, he gets an unsportsmanlike conduct call. I don't know what he said to the ref, but he was arguing his interference call. And the interference, I don't remember, was it a valid call? Or did you feel like it should have been argued?
I don't know. I don't remember which interference one that.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either. Then Holla gets a tripping call against Dylan Gunther. So yeah, there were a few penalties in the first against the Preds. Then it goes into the second. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties in the second period. Did we score a single power play goal?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Our power play is abysmal. Hands down, like most obvious thing the team needs to improve is the power play.
Yeah, it has looked absolutely horrible, except for the goal Riley scored against the Blue Jackets. That was the only good time our power play shined.
That's the only power play goal I remember right now.
I think that is the only power play goal we've had out of like 20 power plays.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That's definitely the thing that needs to improve the most. This league, the NHL, it's evolved the last few years, and it is very difficult to win a game scoring less than 3 or 4 goals. And last night's game against Toronto was the Preds' first game where we scored 4 goals that don't include empty netters, because we got a couple empty netters on Monday's game against Ottawa, but for a final score of 4-1, I think.
Yeah,
that was the next game after the Utah Mammoth game. We beat Ottawa 4-1, so a great showing from the Preds on Monday. But we only scored 2 goals before empty netters, and in the 2 previous games had only scored 2 goals, I think, right?
Yes.
We scored 2 to win 2-1 in the opening game against Columbus. We scored 2 to lose 3-2 in overtime against the Mammoth. Then scored 2 before scoring 2 empty netters on Monday against Ottawa. Finally, last night, we get 4 actual goals against a goalie. So that was good. And against the Maple Leafs, who weren't playing their starting goalie, Stolarz wasn't playing, and neither were we, which we're going to get to the Maple Leafs game in a second. But I think the power play is the obvious place to get more goals. And I'm going to look up the stat, but we are horrible right now.
And even our second power play unit is usually better than the first power play unit. Like the first power play unit sometimes gets out there and loses the puck over and over again.
Our power play is not worst in the league. Buffalo, Toronto, and Vancouver are currently at 0%. So those 3 teams, I can't believe Toronto's at 0. Did they not score any power play goals last night? Wow. Toronto has not scored a single power play goal in their 4 games with guys like Austin Matthews and Willie Nylander. That's insane. John Tavares. But the Predators are right above those 3 teams with a 5.9% power play. It doesn't show how many power plays. Let me see. Where can I find power play stats? But I mean, that is just abysmal. Terrible, terrible power play. Let's see. Nashville Predators. Do you know where you can see like the number? Like 0-4, how many? Like how many chances?
No, I don't really know how you can tell how much power play.
Let's see. This one says 11%. 5.9%.
I think that one's right.
It's still percentage. Yeah, I think this one's right too. Power play.
See.
What would you call that? Opportunities?
Yeah. Yeah, go with that. No, not Nashville versus Montreal.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
well, tell
I'll do
us.
some digging, but I mean, the power play's been really bad. So I think that's the obvious place. And I think the second most obvious thing we need to improve is Steven Stamkos.
Definitely.
This guy we signed on to be the power play guy. Not only is he not scoring on the power play, he's not really doing anything else. He doesn't
He's
look
not
like he's
scoring.
working hard. He's
not-
not scoring. He's not really assisting.
He just goes out there and gets an interference call.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough. The top line with O'Reilly and Forsberg, like they've both produced a little bit, not as much as I'm sure they'd like to through the first 3 games, but wait, 3 games, 4
Four
games,
games.
4 games, yeah, first 4 games. But they've done stuff, noteworthy stuff. Yossi's done some stuff. Yossi though has had a couple of fumbles right on the blue line where he's mishandled the puck and given the team a chance. That's where that 2-on-1 came from. The empty net came from. So Yossi's probably frustrated there. But, just getting back into his game after a long time off from the injury. I'm really curious, like, how it's affecting him. He's also getting older, so you wonder, like, how much it's age, how much it's the POTS diagnosis. But he's definitely seems to have taken a little step back in his game. So hopefully he can get back to that Norris Trophy winning defenseman that we're used to. He's just so good with the puck and so good skating. And he has looked really good a couple of times. Forsberg set him up for a goal that was waved off for offsides, but he looks really good in that sequence.
He scored last night.
And he scored last night with just a wrister from the blue line. He shot a nice one-timer. They got the rebound, sent it back to Yossi, and just wristed it in. They said the shot was only 50 miles an hour. And it just floated into the net. So I think that's a good example, though, of just keep the game simple and put pucks on net. And it's something that we're going to get to this now. Our third and fourth line are our best lines right now.
Yeah. Michael McCarron is amazing right now. He's acting really good. He always has been on that signature fourth line through these few years. People have come and go, but he's big. He can score. He can win faceoffs. He's just good all around.
Absolutely. I think, as it stands right now, I know we put him on the thumbnail for the video today. He might be, as forwards go, one of the MVPs right now. He's one of the best players. He's so reliable. And he's on a line with Cole Smith, who I think has been on his line mate for a long time. But I think McCarron is notably better than Cole Smith. McCarron is just really, really good. Very valuable player, and we don't pay him that much. And we got to watch him win the World Championships for Team USA. So it was cool to see him get some recognition outside of Nashville. Yeah, he's been awesome. And then you combine that with the fourth line, which they've been rotating guys in and out of the fourth line. Ozzy Weisblatt goes in last night. I didn't see the first period, but I saw a lot of people saying he looked a little bit rough in the first period, made some mistakes, but then ended up getting 2 assists on the game with only 9 minutes of play time. So great job. That's the thing is they maximize the little bit of time they get to be on the ice. They're the fourth line. They're not out there that often, but when they're out there, the puck's usually in the offensive zone. They hem the other team in, put pressure on them, get checks, make the other team play hard, and sometimes they score. So McCarron gets a goal last night. But our third line, they seem to be leading the team right now.
Yes. Marchessault, Holla, Bunting. We've talked about them before. They're so good.
Yeah, it's a really good line. They're all playing super hard. There's so many times where they strip the puck away, get the puck back. It looks like they're going to lose the puck, and they just stay on it, stay forechecking, get the other team to fumble or make a bad pass, and they've got the puck back on their stick, and they've scored maybe every game.
Yeah, first game, Bunting scored, and then against Mammoth, Holla scored.
Holla.
Senators,
Maybe Holla again?
Oh, Marchessault.
Marchessault, that's
twice.
right. Got 2 goals.
And then Holla scored yesterday.
That's
so
right.
They have scored in every game.
Every game. The third line is maybe the most reliable for producing right now. And I hope I know the coach recognizes it. He's mentioned it. So I hope he keeps them together and keeps throwing them out there for more and more minutes and shifts. So great job. Shout out to the third line. And that brings us to last night's game. You want to break it down? Because I didn't get to see most of the game. I got to see the third period. Let's see. We had 8 games on the lineup last night in the NHL. And the Predators game looks like starts with a goal by Jake McCabe.
Yes, in the first period, they scored twice. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Jake McCabe. And then in like the first 5 minutes of the second period, we scored twice from McCarron and Holla. And Weisblatt looks pretty good on the Holla goal. And then they scored again in the second.
To take a 3-2
lead in the second?
1,
Or is it just
2?
No, just 2.
Yeah. So they have a 4-2 lead going into the third.
And then Austin Matthews. Oh, that one was Matthew Nyes. That was a nasty goal.
They get a 2-on-1. Let me see. Who gives this away? Is it Yossi? No. Who was that? And here, you know what? We'll share it so you guys can see too.
But an absolute nasty goal from the 2 American players.
So if we go up here, Preds are coming down. Who is that? Oh, that's Holla. But I don't know who passed it right there.
Yeah, it doesn't show who.
We should see the defenseman in a second. Stastny or Barron?
It's probably Stastny and Barron out there.
Yeah,
there's Stastny and that's Barron.
Yikes. So, I mean, just a bad giveaway. Easton Cowan gets the puck. A young player. Is this his rookie year?
I think so.
Gets the puck just like gifted to him at the blue line. Makes a nice pass around Eric Holla to Austin Matthews. And now you've got Matthews and Matthew Nyes, who Matthew Nyes is looking more and more like a superstar. Maybe he makes Team USA. That'll be fun to watch.
It's always been fun watching Matthew Nyes.
And watch this 2-on-1. Matthews gets the puck, gets an early pass over to Nyes. So Nyes has enough time to get it back to Matthews, which I don't know, like tough night for Justus Anunen because this is the first game Saros hasn't played. Saros has been amazing to start the season. I mean, easily the MVP #1 star in every single game so far for the Preds. I was worried going into this game because it was the Maple Leafs off a back-to-back. I knew they were probably going to start Anunen, and the pressure that he must feel to know, like, man, Saros has been lights out all year. Now it's my first game. I hope I don't drop the ball. And they score 4 goals already on 19 shots, about to be 5 on 20 shots. That's just a tough start for the poor kid. But anyways, watch this 2-on-1. Matthews, Nyes, Matthews. I mean,
Nyes had enough time to shoot it.
That one's definitely not on Anunen. But
that was on the defense.
Nasty goal. How do I stop sharing? There we go. So that gives them a 5-2 lead, which credit to the Preds. You know, I think a lot of times you get down 3 goals in the third, you kind of start to go, yeah, we lost this one. But we don't. We stick with our system, keep putting pucks on net. Yossi gets his goal, assisted by Willsby and Marchessault. I got to finally tune into this. I got home to watch the third.
Another third line point.
Yeah, another third line point right there. Marchessault from Willsby, to Willsby and then to Yossi.
Third line in the first D pair out.
That's right. Marchessault picks up the rebound, gets it back to Willsby. Willsby passes it over to Yossi, and Yossi just wrists it in. Then Austin Matthews and gets an empty netter. So that puts them up 6-3. Again, you claw back within 2 off the Yossi goal, right? So you're like, okay, we're back in this. You pull the goalie, they get an empty netter. You think, oh, we're out of this. Preds keep pouring it on, and Perbix gets a goal.
His first goal as a Pred.
So, yeah, first goal is a Pred, assisted by Willsby. So, another one for Willsby and Weisblatt. So, another one for Weisblatt. So, I think that shows like some resilience. We didn't give up in the third. We kept pushing against a really good Maple Leafs team. And then they get another empty netter from Nylander. So, overall, thoughts so far on the Nashville Predators. This gets us to the reality check. I think the Maple Leafs is a reality check game, but it's off a back-to-back. We're not playing our starting goalie. We have obviously some work to do on the power play. I would love to see Steven Stamkos actually play like Steven Stamkos and start scoring some power play goals. Why are we not seeing him rip his one-timers from his office? You know, like even if they get blocked, start firing them away so that the other team has to respect it. And it's going to make the rest of the power play work better, you know, because all the teams will have to go, oh, no, Stamkos is going to shoot it. And they'll start covering that side more. And it's going to open up room for Forsberg, O'Reilly, Yossi, and Marchessault. So, but so far, so good. I'm pleased with the Preds season so far. Every game's been entertaining. Every game we've been in it. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I've quite enjoyed it. And we don't look bad. I mean, minus the empty net goals, we lost 5-4. But it was definitely a reality check. I'm excited to see what we do against the Canadiens tomorrow.
So let's take it. Yeah, our next game will be tomorrow night against the Canadiens. Let's now jump around the league a little bit, take a look at some recent scores, stats, standings, that sort of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen with you guys again. So if we look at scores around the league from last night, Kraken and Canadiens had another great game. Both of these teams have looked really good so far. I think this might have been the Kraken's first loss, is it?
I haven't paid attention to the Kraken in the standings, so I'm not sure.
Joey Decords looked really good. It's the only reason I kind of keep an eye on the Kraken. Decord is one of my favorite goalies right now. Ever since the Winter Classic game where he got the first ever shutout in the Winter Classic, I've been watching him, and he played for Team USA at the World Championships, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of looking forward to this season. I remember in an interview in this offseason, he said, keep an eye on the Kraken this year. He said, I think we're going to be sneaky good. And so far, the Kraken are 2-0-1. They have not lost in regulation yet. Yeah, they're looking good. And Joey Decord's been, I don't know if he started last night against the Canadiens or if that was his first game not playing, but he's looked really good. So we had Canadiens take that one in OT 5-4. Then
2-0 game for the Oilers. Shutout against the Rangers. I mean, we said it's hard to win a game without scoring 3 or 4 goals, but this was a 2-0 game.
Yeah, every now and then you're going to see some games like that, but let's pay attention to how many of these games are, you know, the team that wins scores 3+ goals, right?
Rangers got shut out again.
Yeah, Rangers, man, they had one game where they looked fairly decent. I think it was their second game. I don't remember who they played. But gosh, they look rough. It's going to be a rough year maybe for the Rangers if it keeps going like this. Not the worst, though. We'll talk about the worst in just a minute. Then we had Capitals Lightning, another OT game. So close, end up getting 3, but 1 in overtime. So that's like the Mammoth Preds game on Thursday night. Saturday night. Goals from Gensel, Protas, Point, Wilson, and Chikrin. So Capitals, good showing there. Lightning have struggled, I think, to start the year.
The Golden Knights beat the Flames 4-2.
When I tuned into that game to watch for a few minutes, Flames were up 2-0. Goals from Backlund and Coleman in the first. And then Eichel gets one. Korczak, Eichel another one to take the lead. Hurdle puts in the empty netter. Stars Wild. Stars put 5 up on the Wild. Stars are undefeated?
Yep, undefeated.
So I take back what I said a couple weeks ago. I was saying, maybe the Stars won't be as good this year. They look good. They look good. Goals from Lindell, Wyatt Johnston on the power play, Matt Duchene on the power play, Boldy on the power play from Buyum and Kaprizov, Kaprizov on the power play from Buyum and Tarasenko, Faxa from Robertson and Sagan, Rupe Hintz from Wyatt Johnston and Lindell. So Stars look great there. A couple power play goals for a while, but other than that, Stars take it. But again, look at how many of these are power play, right? Power play, power play, power play, power play. Something you're going to notice about the top teams in the league, when you give them a chance on the power play, they put the puck in the net.
Yeah.
And it's how they get a lot of their goals.
Like, if you have a stacked team like the Stars, I mean, in the Wild, too, you're destined to get a power play goal.
Yeah, you're going to get a power play goal. And I feel like we could be that. How do you not get goals when you have a power play quarterbacked by Roman Josi, one of the best defensemen in the league, with scorers like Forsberg, Stamkos, Marchessault, and a guy like O'Reilly who's so good in front of the net at picking up rebounds and putting them in? Like, we should be scoring most power plays, and we aren't.
Yeah.
So something's got to change there.
Hurricanes smashed the Sharks 5-1.
No Sleeves will be happy. He's rooting for the Sharks to be bad one more year.
So they get Gavin McKenna.
He actually doesn't care if they get Gavin McKenna. Of course, that would be awesome. He just wants the first or second pick, because who's the defenseman? Is it Ehrhoff? Is that his name? There's a defenseman in this draft class. I'll look it up to try to find the name for you guys. That everyone's saying is going to be really, really good. And it's the piece the Sharks are kind of missing, right? Who do they have? Sam Dickinson? Is that his name?
Yeah.
So they have a couple young ones. The other one with a really hard name to say, I don't remember his name. It's like a long, difficult name. I got his rookie card. I don't remember.
Shakir Mukhamadullin.
Yes, that guy, Shakir Mukhamadullin. Like, he's looked really good. But the Sharks D needs help, and their offense is going to be amazing with Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, Michael Misa, like Victor Eklund. They're going to be so good in a few years, but they need to get a D-core, and he wants them to get that number 2 pick. But of course, he'd be happy with the number 1 pick too, with Gavin McKenna. Hurricanes, though, look really good. I mean, Sean Walker, William Carrier, Eric Robinson, Shane Gostisbehere, and Jackson Blake. So actually not their normal goal scorers there. And then Ducks take down the Penguins. I heard this was a really exciting game. I went to bed. I didn't see the ending of it, but Brazeau scores again. 4 goals on the year now. I might have to pick him up in fantasy. I mean, the first couple games, I was like, do I get this guy? Is this a fluke? But he's still doing it. Again, assisted by Malkin, 6th on the year. Ricard Raquel, Chris Kreider gets the power play goal. Cutter Gauthier, Drew Hellison, I don't know who that is, Anthony Mantha, and then Chris Kreider on the power play, game-winning goal. Good for Kreider.
Great game.
And good for the Ducks. So let's take a look at the standings. Almost, are we 1 week in? Yeah, we're 1 week in as of last night. So 1 week into the season. Who's on top in the Atlantic Division, Charlie?
It's the Florida Panthers.
I mean, you take out Alexander Barkov, easily maybe the best overall center in the league right now. I mean, obviously McDavid you would say is number 1, but Barkov is definitely better overall. Playing defense, playing offense, winning faceoffs. Like, you'd pick Barkov probably. He's out. Matthew Tkachuk's out. Panthers 3-1, +3 goal differential. Not amazing, but they're still on top of their division. Just unreal. In second place, my second favorite team. My dad grew up in Massachusetts. I've loved the Boston Bruins. They were my favorite team until the Nashville Predators came into existence in '98. So last year was rough for Bruins fans. They're happy right now. I mean, Pasta looks amazing. Jeremy Swayman's playing lights out. And now they've got some young pieces coming up. Who's the guy they just got from Toronto? He's playing really good. Fraser Minton.
Oh, yes.
Fraser Minton looks really good. And Elias Lindholm's playing great. Defense, they've got Andrew Peak, I think is his name. Couple other guys that have been well. So Bruins look good, 3-1. And then our Predators opponent taken in third, Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night. They've been one of my favorite teams to watch since last year. They're young, they're super fun. They had another great game last night against the Kraken. I think every game they play is just super exciting. So I'm really excited for tomorrow night's game. I hope the Preds get the victory, but it's fun to get to watch Montreal again. And I saw Montreal did a really nice tribute for Ken Dryden at their home opener. Legendary goalie for the Canadiens who passed away this year. I saw like they had a tribute. They had his family there, I believe, and like his like iconic goalie mask like on the net, just with the arena dark and spotlighted on his goalie mask sitting on top of the net. So I thought that was really cool. Way to go, Montreal. And they just seem to do everything really well. We were there for Four Nations. So happy we got to go, and like everything about inside the arena, outside the arena, the presentation, it's just beautiful. It's like if you're a hockey fan, I highly encourage you at some point to go to Montreal for something for hockey because it was really neat. Take away the Metropolitan, Charlie.
We got the Hurricanes at the top, undefeated, 3 wins.
No losses. Plus 8 goal differential.
Plus 8.
So, way to go, Hurricanes.
And we have OV's Washington Capitals, 3-1. 3-1 at 6 points, plus 2 goal differential.
Okay. A lot of people expect to see the Capitals fall off this year. We'll see if that happens. So far, not happening.
New Jersey Devils, 2-1, 4 points, 0 goal differential.
Yeah. Not amazing for the Devils, but Jack Hughes is back. Luke Hughes is playing great. Exciting for Devils fans. Wild card.
Detroit Red Wings, 2-1. And Toronto Maple Leafs, 2-2, who beat the Preds last night, are hanging on to the wild card spots.
Yeah, with Penguins, Rangers all right there. Flyers at 1-1-1. They've got 3 points. They've been fairly exciting. It'll be fun to watch them with Rick Tocchet as the new coach, and they've got Michkov and man, Zegras. If you haven't seen it, I don't think I showed it to you. Trevor Zegras made an incredible play. Not last night. I think it was the day before. He gets the puck behind the net in Gretzky's office. 2 players, I don't remember who the Flyers were playing against. 2 players come in and smash him on the boards. But he like ducks and like scoots over to the side right as he gets hit into the boards, just enough that he can backhand pass back across the net to a wide open player. I don't remember who it was that picks up the puck. Maybe Couturier, who shoots it in for a beautiful goal. Just sick pass from Trevor Zegras. So cool for him.
I mean, Gretzky's office is Zegras' office. He's always made plays from there.
Like the Michigan. And someone made a comment like, oh, I see he's learned instead of trying to do the Michigan there, he should pass the puck out. And I was like, oh, well, he's not going to do the Michigan with 2 guys smashing him into the boards. Like just the fact that he was able to escape being injured and make a beautiful assist was amazing. Lightning, not so good so far. 1-2-1. Blue Jackets 1-2. Senators 1-2. Also not good. With Brady Tkachuk going down to an injury from a play, Roman Josi pushed him into the boards. It's hard to say. I kind of think Brady Tkachuk sold it a little bit, like dove kind of into it. A lot of people say the same thing. Of course, you can't tell. Josi did push him towards the board, so tough play. It wasn't like a hard cross check. I know Yosi's gives some pretty hard cross checks sometimes, but it wasn't one of those. I didn't think. Brady Tkachuk was really mad, and it sounds like he's got a wrist injury. He's going to be out at least 4 weeks, and they might even do surgery. So tough for the Senators fans, tough for Team USA if Brady Tkachuk doesn't get back. But a lot of people are starting to say the Tkachuk brothers are made out of glass. They both seem to get injured all the time. But right now, timeline on both of them is to return by the end of the year. So should both be good for Olympics. That's good news for Team USA. Then at the bottom of the East, Islanders and Sabres, both 0-3, but I think two very different outlooks on these two teams. People watching the Islanders games, excited about Matthew Schaefer. He looks incredible, has made some amazing plays. Their team is on the up. They've got Cole Yzerman coming, a couple other young players coming up, right? Is that Islanders? Cole Yzerman?
I think so.
Then you go to the Sabres, who aren't in like a rebuild like the Islanders are. Like they haven't had like a bunch of young players recently. They've got like win now type players like Tage Thompson, Rasmus Dahlin, like Bowen Byram, Owen Power.
And it's just so sad for Sabres fans. They haven't made the playoffs in like a dozen years.
Yeah, and they're just so bad.
Still haven't won.
-8 goal differential. There was a lot of Sabre stuff in the news this week too because of some of the post-game interviews. Rasmus Dahlin came out and just said, like, we got to stop this bullshit. Excuse the language. He was like, we're so, we're doing so bad. We got to get it going in the right direction. And Tage Thompson was definitely frustrated too and wanted to say, like, hey, I want us to do, like, we need to stay positive. Negativity is what got us last year. We need to stay positive and get focused. So hopefully the Sabres turn it around. But their coach has got to be maybe on watch to be one of the first ones fired this year if the Sabres don't turn it around. I think that's Lindy Ruff. Okay, going over to the West. Take it away, Charlie.
The Central Division, we have the Avalanche, who are absolutely amazing. Martin Nakis and Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. 3-0-1 with 7 points plus 5 goal differential. And the Stars are also really good. Undefeated, 3-0-0, 6 points plus 5 goal differential. And we have the Preds, 2-1-1 with 5 points.
Yeah. Hanging on to third place in the Central. So much better start than last year. You know what's interesting? Avalanche and Stars, number 1, number 2, the Mikko Rantanen battle, right? Avalanche, get rid of Rantanen. Give him to Carolina for Marty Necas. Carolina is undefeated. Lost Martin Necas and lost Mikko Rantanen because they traded him to the Stars. The Stars now have Rantanen. They're undefeated. Not a single one of the 3 teams that were in the Rantanen drama last year have lost in regulation yet. They're all good. So somehow these general managers all worked out the best for their team. They're all doing great. You would think like one of them would be like suffering from losing such a good player or getting rid of so much to get that player. And so far it's worked out for all 3 teams. I just think that's cool.
Definitely.
Go to the Pacific. Golden Knights, I think right now look like one of the best teams in the league. Easily. I could see them back in the finals. Eichel
is amazing too. I think he's leading the league in points.
Yeah.
And he's Team USA. I hope he performs this well in the Olympics.
Yeah. He's absolutely leading his team. Just signed a big contract, but like a good team-friendly contract. He didn't, not like a Kaprizov one. Kaprizov took, I think, $17 million per year, which just, just like handcuffs the team a little bit with how much money they have left to pay other players. And I think Eichel only took 12 or 12 and a half, something like that. That's going to help his team out a lot. Same with Connor McDavid. I don't know if we talked about that on this podcast yet, but McDavid just signed for a couple more years at just like 12 million also, something like that. Which obviously he's the best player in the world. Easily could get 20 million on some team. If he went to free agency, guarantee there's a team out there that would pay him 20 million a year. So That's a huge savings for the team, which means That's $8 million that they can spend on other players. You can get a really good player for $8 million. You can get a couple of really good players for $8 million, so if you look at the top two teams in the Pacific, Knights and Oilers, top two teams in the Central, Avalanche and Stars, how do you not expect that to be the four teams going into the Western Conference semifinals?
Yeah, they're just built different. They're amazing.
Like all four of those teams, I expect to be in the playoffs and to probably go far and make a run. The West is such a powerhouse. I don't know which of those teams comes out into the Stanley Cup Finals. They're all so good. I kind of pull for the Oilers if the Preds aren't in it, just because I want to see McDavid win the cup. But man, they're good. Kraken, sneaky good, just like Joey Decor predicted. It's kind of sitting right where the Preds are, like just not as good as obviously the best teams in the West, but they're like right there. Maybe that's how the Preds can be this year. Maybe the Preds and the Kraken just stay sneaky good all year, get into the playoffs, and once you're in the playoffs, you never know what can happen.
All three teams in all the top three teams in the Pacific haven't lost in regulation yet.
Man, and you go down to the wild card, 2-1, the Jets and the Blues. I could easily see them both making the playoffs too. You get down to the Ducks, 2-1, Wild 2-2. Blackhawks actually look better, I think. Frank Nazar, shout out Team USA again. Frank Nazar looks really good. Bedard's been decent too. Kings are struggling. A lot of time people are saying they look worse than last year. Last year, remember, they went into the playoffs predicted to beat the Oilers and actually were about to beat the Oilers. And then Oilers just said, no.
And they put Calvin Pickard
Put Pickard in. He went in and just smoked them. And, the Kings got obliterated for like the fourth time in a row or something crazy. Canucks, 1-2. Mammoth, 1-2. Sharks, 1-2. One of the only teams to not win yet. And Calgary Flames, 1-3. So that's it around the league and standings. We'll take a quick look at stats. Kirill Kaprizov on top. $17 million player, showing that he is worth $17 million so far. Jack Eichel right there with him, tied for first in points. Go over to going down that list. Matt Boldy having a great year so far. Natchez, McKinnon, Nylander, Scheifele, Nyes, Suzuki, Mark Stone. I don't think there's a single player in the top 10 right there that surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew Nyes wouldn't be here in this position last season, but he's shown that he can play that good, and he is playing that good.
Wasn't he drafted in the second round?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he was predicted to be a superstar, so that's really cool for the Maple Leafs.
Got half of his points last night.
Yeah, that's true. He just shot up in the ranks. Goals. Dorofeyev.
5 goals.
Doesn't surprise me.
Hat trick.
Doesn't surprise me. I saw him get a hat trick against the Preds last year. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. Kaprizov with 4, Eichel with 4, Boldy with 4, Kinnan with 4,
Shane
Pinto with 4, Kreider with 4, Marchenko with 4, Brazo with 4, and Natchez with 3. Assists.
Suzuki.
Number 1 center for the Canadians on top. Tied with Stone and Malkin.
Are up there with him. Kaprizov, Eichel, Natchez, Nylander, Nyes, all 5.
Yeah, that's a lot of the top points guys right there.
Yeah.
Going over to the D-men in points.
Thomas Harley.
Leading the way.
Zeev Buium.
That's awesome for him.
And Cale Makar.
Maybe Calder Trophy. Could be Rookie of the Year right there, Zeev Buium. Cale Makar, of course. Luke Hughes, interesting. Don't see Quinn in the top. Could Luke Hughes take over as the best defenseman in the Hughes family?
Vince Dunn, Shane Gostisbehere, Jacob Chikrin, Morgan Riley, Adam Fox, and Darren Radish.
I just want to take a peek here. Where is Yossi currently? 2 points?
21.
3 points. So he's tied with the 10th place guy.
Yeah, Darren Radish.
So almost top 10 already. And what about goals? Does he only have one? Yossi?
Oh, yeah.
Last night was his first goal, I think. Going over to rookies, Zeev Buyam on top, 5 points. Beckett Seneca.
Matthew Schaefer.
Snuggerud looks good.
He scored like 2 goals the other night. Nikishin. Gritsyuk.
Dimidov looks really good too.
Max Crozier. Ozzy Weisblatt.
Ozzy Weisblatt, let's go. 2 assists last night. That's amazing. Could he be a Calder Trophy contender? Okay, going to goalies. Charlie Lindgren was lights out. I think he's only played once though. But still, no goals on him yet, so that's pretty amazing. Shesterkin though, unbelievable. And the Rangers are terrible so far.
I think they got shut out like in the first 3 home games or something.
But he's still holding it down.
Brandon.
Who's this? Played his first game last night, I think. Brandon Bussey. Never heard of him. Dobish, Swayman, Pickard, Quick. Okay, but let's look at this.
I am absolutely freaking out that Juice isn't on this list.
But that's because, look, one game played.
Yeah,
one. Let's look at who's played 3 or more games, okay? Shesterkin for sure. Incredible. 4 games played, 0.76 goals against average. That's insane. Less than a goal per game through 4 games. Go down. Next player to play more than 2 games
is Juice.
Juice. 1.64 goals against average. That's incredible. In a league where most teams score 3 goals or more, to have less than 2 goals against average, amazing. What about save percentage? If we do the same thing, Shesterkin, 972.
And then
Juice, 947.
That's amazing.
So of the goalies that are carrying their team, playing all the games, he's on top. You know, he's up there with Shesterkin. Could have another Vezina Trophy type season. All right. Well, I think that about is it. Mm-hmm. Anything to wrap up here? We got to do our featured cards. I'm going to do mine first because we perfectly segued it. I really liked this Parkhurst champion set from a couple years ago. 2022, 2023. I picked.
Wow.
Juice.
A little bit of glare off it.
A little bit of glare. Is that any better?
Yeah, that's better, but it's not as close anymore. Ah, that's too close. Good.
Juice. 5'11", 180 pounds, catches left, born April 19th, 1995 in Forsa, Finland. Finished the 21-22 season with a 2.64 goals against average and a 918 save percentage. At this time, his career goals against through 7 seasons was 2.54 with a 920 save percentage. So we'll see if he has the kind of year he's capable of. I would love to see a Juice Vezina Trophy year one year, just like we got with our guy Pekka Rinne getting a Vezina one year. So that'd be super cool.
I opened some packs from the 2025-26 MVP set, I think. And I pulled this cool Preds card. Coming to your rink, Philip Forsberg and Steven Stamkos.
Let's go! That's a really cool one. From this season, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the new set.
That's awesome.
Forsberg and Stamkos are hoping to lift new look Nashville to playoff success and the team's first ever Stanley Cup win.
Come on, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Okay, well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's hope for a good game for the Preds tomorrow night against the Montreal Canadiens. The new season off to a great start so far. Hockey's back. Hockey's incredible. seems to be at an all-time high ever since Four Nations. The numbers for opening night were through the roof. I think broke records for how many people were watching opening night hockey. So I think we've got a lot of new fans, and share the podcast with some fans. If you're new to hockey, share it, and let us know if there's anything you'd like to see us do on the podcast. Any kind of features you'd like, or things you'd like for us to talk about. What your favorite teams are. We're happy to cover other teams. Obviously, we're big Preds fans, so we talk about them the most. But we have no problem shooting it around the league too. So, all right, that's it.
Yep. Do all the things.
Do all the things.
Subscribe.
Stay saucy. See everybody.